The next generation of consoles is nearly upon us. It's been a long time with the current generation of consoles too. 7 years to be exact. That's the longest lifespan between generations to date, and there's been plenty of iterations of both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. From Xbox One to Xbox One S to Xbox One X. From the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 4 Slim to the PlayStation 4 Pro. But now, it's time for a new set of consoles to come out. Ones to lead us into the next generation of gaming. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. The PS5 is huge, and the Xbox Series X has an unusual shape. But that's what makes this new generation great, and we for one are chomping at the bit to get our hands on the latest and greatest games. So we thought we'd give you a rundown of what's to come from the gaming behemoths that are PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Here are the top 10 games we are looking forward to in the next generation of consoles. Halo Infinite. A brand new Halo game has to come out on a new Xbox console, right? That's like law. We got shown loads of gameplay footage during an Xbox event this past summer. The killer title will be coming to the new Xbox Series X, but it will also be released on the entire Xbox family of devices. So one would expect it to be released on the current Gen 2, and it's also slated to come out on Windows PCs. Halo Infinite is built on a brand new engine, Slipspace. The trailer looks really cool, and according to Chris Lee, studio head of Halo Infinite will mark the beginning of a new chapter and challenge for Chief, but it will also respect and continue threads that led to this point. Now, Halo Infinite was due to come out around the release time of Xbox Series X, but it's been pushed back to 2021. There were plenty of memes online about how Halo looked, and that could have been one of the contributing factors for the delay, but we'll never know for sure. Chris Lee stated on the delay, "We've made the difficult decision to shift our release to 2021 to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. The decision to shift our release is a result of multiple factors that have contributed to development challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hard work from our team at 343 Industries who have remained committed to making a great game and finding solutions to development challenges. However, it is not suitable for the well-being of our team or the overall success of the game to ship it this holiday." Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We loved the original Spider-Man when it came out on PS4, and when we heard about Spider-Man Miles Morales, we were very, very excited indeed. Though we were confused about what it actually was. Was it a sequel? Was it DLC? Was it a standalone title? All those questions have now been answered as it's been announced that it's a half sequel. Think Uncharted Lost Legacy kind of sequel, a 1.5 type of game if you will. However, we're very excited and intrigued as to how the new console will tackle Spider-Man and New York. How will the new PS5 SSD tackle fast travelling across New York City? How will the PS5 DualSense controller enhance the feel of the game and story? Who knows? What we do know is we cannot wait to get our teeth into it when it drops in November. God of War Ragnarok. In the grand scheme of things, we saw absolutely nothing about God of War Ragnarok. All we saw at the end of the PS5 price reveal event was a very, very short teaser. But that was more than enough. We're so excited for this. Based off previous God of War games, a next-gen version of Kratos has got us all frothing at the mouth for more. Ragnarok is set after the events of the God of War reboot that came out in 2018 and continues the path that Kratos has set up for himself in the Frozen North. The game is set to come out in 2021. AVOWED. AVOWED is brand new and is from Obsidian Entertainment. This is the same studio that's behind the Outer Worlds and Fallout New Vegas, so you know that it's going to be good. AVOWED is another first-person RPG that will bring with it many epic and memorable adventures and characters, and, as you'd expect from an Obsidian Entertainment title, veering on the little bit silly side too. You are based on a planet called Eora. There is a much darker tone than what we're usually used to from an Obsidian game, but there's lots of magical abilities and you get quite a gnarly sword. You're going to need it because you'll be facing some pretty big monsters judging by the trailer. FABLE. The much rumoured title FABLE is coming back. Yes, the loved franchise is due to come out on the Xbox Series X, Windows 10 and the Game Pass at some point in the future. We know nothing about this one since the trailer was very short, but what we do know is it's coming, and it keeps the much loved fantastical creatures and lush environments.
Has yet to be written.
Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo 7. No generation is complete without its trophy racing game, so that's why we've included two games on this one, Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo 7. Forza Motorsport is getting somewhat of a soft reboot, as you'll notice there is no number scheme this time round. Forza Motorsport will run at 4K and at 60 frames per second, and it focuses on delivering a dynamic racing game. There is no release date as of yet, though it will release on the Xbox Series X, PC and Game Pass. As with most Forza games, it looks beautiful, and we fully expect the gameplay to match. Like Forza Motorsport, there is no release date for Gran Turismo 7, but what we have had a look at is what Gran Turismo 7 will look like when it does drop. It too looks beautiful, and we did get to see some gameplay footage. Polyphony Digital are working on its next-gen vision of the legendary racing sim, and we cannot wait. And did you know that Gran Turismo 6 came out way back in 2013? The medium.
The story has two sides.
Now this looks fantastic, incredible if you may. Layers of Fear and Blair Witch devs Bloober are taking this on, and it looks very spooky. Silent Hill's composer Akira Yamaoka is taking on the soundtrack, so yes, prepare to play this game with a spare pair of pants nearby. Now you play the game over two different worlds, a real one and a spirit realm. The story involves child murder, with Marianne, your character, visiting an abandoned hotel resort and you try and unravel bad things that happened in the past. Oh. Sorry about that, there was a cold shiver that just went down my spine. Oddworld Soulstorm. Abe is back in our Oddworld Soulstorm. The next gen game in the Oddworld series is a remake. Oddworld Soulstorm is a remake of Oddworld Abe Exodus. It's the perfect game for people brand new to the series, and it's perfect for those familiar with the series to get a feel for the next gen version of Abe. Soulstorm follows Abe, who has worked himself from worker bee to leader of an uprising of fellow Medukans. Medukans, that's what you are, against their exploitive capitalist overlords, the Glucons. Project Athia. Project Athia is from the guys over at Square Enix, the developers behind the Final Fantasy franchise. It's set in a beautiful world full of large structures, massive creatures and dragons, and above all else, it looks incredible. Judging from the trailer, it looks like the game will be a large-scale action-adventure game, where your character has to use magic and Tomb Raider-style traversing elements across large-scale environments. We don't know what's going on or what the story is, but we're very interested. Stray. This one certainly caught our eye when the trailer dropped, as it wasn't until you got halfway through the trailer that we thought, you're playing a cat. But it doesn't seem like a cat sim type game at all. We're in some sort of robot-like post-apocalyptic world where everyone is a robot and the only living thing left is a cat. Indie developer Annapurna Interactive have created Stray, a futuristic title based around a cat. That is you, that's who you're going to be playing. The trailer isn't too clear from what you have to do, but it seems as though you'll be navigating a Mad Max, Blade Runner type combo environment where there isn't a lot of living things around. We still don't know what to do in this game, but again, we're very, very interested. Notable mentions. There are some amazing games that are currently out on this generation, and they are due to come out. So while there is no rush to upgrade to the latest consoles just yet, there are a bunch of games that are upgradable once you do decide to jump into the new generation. Now, the upgrades do vary between game to game, but the type of upgrades that you can expect are polished graphics, increased frame rates, and shorter load times. Some of the PlayStation 5 upgradable games are Cyberpunk 2077, Fortnite, FIFA 21, Marvel's Avengers, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Witcher 3, Doom Eternal, Destiny 2, Watch Dogs Legion, Ghost of Tsushima. Some of the Xbox Series X upgradable games are Cyberpunk 2077, Fortnite, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, FIFA 21, Destiny 2, Gears 5, Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 4, Yakuza Like a Dragon. So there we have it, 10 games to look forward to on the next generation of consoles. We're not fanboys here at How to Kill an Hour, so there's no allegiances here. We just love games and we like to kill many hours on them, regardless of what console they're on. Come on guys, it's 2020. Can't we just all get along? You're all missing out on great games if you completely dismiss each other's favourite consoles. I, for one, am looking forward to Halo Infinite and God of War Ragnarok. What are you looking forward to? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can also follow us at How to Kill an Hour on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram.